Yeah. You know what that is. That's the best of 5 call.
The clarion call.
Nice,
for best of
guys.
5. Yeah. And we have a special guest today.
Yeah.
Big WaDi coming in hot. It's going to be a big day for all of us.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Man,
Thanks for coming,
bro.
Of course, it was a pleasure.
Appreciate you.
Pleasure to have you here. This is our last episode of Season 1 of the Best of 5 podcast, the show where you can get everything that there is to know about Smash Ultimate here or elsewhere in MDVA. Now, I would definitely say it's time for WaDi to introduce himself for all those lowly people who live under a rock that don't know who you are.
No, I'm WaDi, top player, number 24 in the world currently. Might rise. Might be in the
Hopefully.
teens.
I wouldn't be surprised.
If
But,
you are, that makes me
I
feel
would
better
not
when
be
you clap me.
Top Rob, I like to say number 1. No, I don't think there's that much competition for number 1, but I'll take it. I'll take
Let's
it.
go.
Previously number 26 of all time in Smash 4, I think.
Mm.
Best Mewtwo. No.
Yeah.
And Rob, I like to say.
Let's go.
And Rob, too. Yeah.
Yeah, call it out, bro. Call it out.
There's no Rob wasn't good in that game. Wasn't notable, but I like to say it.
Right. And
My
currently the
homie.
undefeated local champion of MDVA.
Yeah, number 1 in MDVA. Been number 1 since I think.
Like, you haven't dropped a
2016.
local in Ultimate.
I've not.
You haven't.
Oh, I didn't even know.
What do you, have you ever tweeted, "Hey, I got second at the cave"?
That's true.
No?
Yeah, I mean,
That's
you haven't
true.
done it. I mean,
Right,
even
right.
here or in SoCal.
But I wouldn't tweet that. If
It was
I got
like-
second, I wouldn't
Yeah,
tweet
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
hey,
You would,
guys,
yeah,
second
that's
place.
true. You would keep that to
That's my point.
Right, right.
You've tweeted every single time you've gone.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yep. For every local, there is a tweet.
Exactly.
That
It's
is
true.
true.
Oh, we do have WaDi. Who else we got with us today?
What else we got? Oh, of course, it's me, Nerf.
Dang.
Who else is there? It's just WaDi, right? That's all.
Basically, WaDi and friends. No, it's
WaDi.
WaDi and Ekts.
That's the name of the band. It's King Fuyoshi over here.
Oh,
Fuyoshi, let's go,
WaDi and the
baby.
WaDi and the boys.
Let's go.
WaDi and the boys. So yeah, I guess we could talk a little bit about who's coming up in MDVA in your eyes.
I'll start with who I think can make PGR, and then I'll go.
That's
Okay.
fine.
All right. So
perfect.
I think there's only one person right now who I think could actually make PGR,
Mhm.
and that's Jeb.
Okay.
The only thing with Jeb is that he needs to like he's at a plateau right now.
Mm-hmm.
And like once he figures out how to train properly, how to practice properly, you know, I think he'll be on his way, because I think he has the player skill to become a
The
top player.
potential, the raw
Potential.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's proved it.
Yeah.
He's taking names off of top
And
And he
players.
did well at just roll with it.
Yeah,
Was that yesterday?
That was yesterday.
Okay,
It was
that's
a
what he
B-tier- it was a
tweeted.
B-tier event.
Yeah, out of like 400
And
some odd
that was a
people.
B tier.
B-tier.
Dang. Let's go.
Yeah, and your
As far as
brother.
I know, it was a B-tier.
Let's go, Jeb.
He
Why
got in
did
the
I go to
team.
that?
Because you were
came
here.
To spot dodge, which
You
was
came to
more
Spot
fun.
Dodge month.
I had more fun here than I would have.
Gang.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Gang.
Certainly did.
That's the hashtag.
We can yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about that. What was yesterday? Shout out to the spot that
Yeah,
we
of
owe
course.
this
Yeah.
wonderful
I mean,
podcast.
we are
Hashtag
sitting here
gaming
at
arena, baby.
Hashtag Gaming Arena. Obviously,
Yeah.
this is the studio here, and they ran their first Ultimate Monthly, ran by Crits. And it was about 50 people. It was actually really nice. It was a really good first of its kind. And WaDi showed up, Seagull Joe showed up.
Yeah.
We had Matador as well, and you guys got 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it was a clean tournament. Like, it reminded me a lot of this is a tournament that used to be called Fantastic Smash.
I heard about that.
And have any of y'all been here there?
No.
I've never
Never
yeah,
been
I
there.
never went to Fantastic.
No.
Crits
The
told us.
magical place.
Magical place.
Crits told us
All
it
right,
was
to
a
be on
classy
the-
version of that.
To be on the level of that, that's
if,
pretty cool.
if Fantastic Smash had class,
That was
Mm.
that was
that
spot
would be
dodge.
this. Yeah.
Nice.
I think that hits a nail on the head too. And I was gonna chime in on what you were saying there, Fred. I mean, like the
Mm.
overall energy yesterday was just amazing. People were
was
having a
awesome.
great time. Everybody was smiling. I
Right.
was asking lots of people, "What do you think? You know, how's it going?" No negative feedback. Huge shout outs to everything hashtag is doing. I mean, this just feels like something that's got
And
That's
shout
the
out to
big rub, man.
Crits for running a great tournament.
Crits ran an excellent.
I mean,
excellent
everything ran
TO.
so smoothly. Like, I mean, with 50
Yeah.
people, they just
And-
ran it right through.
And shout outs to That
Oh, yeah, we
stream,
had
there's
three
three
streams.
streams, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
streams,
so
so lots of
I think
VODs.
that's a deadly combo, right?
Mhm.
That
Fritz,
was
who
awesome.
did an excellent job TOing, no skills, and then just the arena here, just
the commentators, you know the
thing-
And it
boys.
felt
and the commentary, you know.
The
it
thing
felt a
that-
little grassroots too. It felt like a little mix of grassroots and the East.
Mhm.
The
don't know
thing
what
that
that means.
impressed me was there was a lot of new people there.
Mm.
I thought it was
Point.
just gonna be a bunch of people who like
Right.
regulars who go to the cave
Right.
and like cave veterans and whatever, like people who've been to a lot of locals. But
Right.
it was a lot of people I had never seen before.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, how'd they even?
Hear
Yo.
about this,
One
right?
Yo.
dude said he heard on. Sorry, one dude said he heard on Smash G, was on Smash GG and saw that and drove 2 hours West Virginia.
Was that who was that?
Ooh.
That was Cytomic. I think.
Cytomic, yep.
Cytomic.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Cytomic is also in the Discord, right? So Discords, there were a couple Discord people that came in. You know, they play Wi-Fi a lot, and they came in, and this was one of
Oh.
their first like offline turns.
Okay.
So echoing that.
I need to complain a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Who is Kev?
Don't do it, bro.
Who is Kev?
Kev?
Kev bodied the life out of me.
About a month ago. This was me about a month ago.
Talk
That's
about it,
the-
man. Talk about it.
That's the Robin from Virginia Tech.
Okay, I don't have a problem with Robin, but Kev
I got a problem with
moved
Kev.
on me. I was like, oh my God, what is happening? And then he was like, when he said GG, I thought I just disrespected him by even sitting down and wasting his time. I played with WaDi before, and I didn't feel like I was wasting his time. Kev got up, and I'm like, I'm sorry, dog. Like, I should have just forfeit to begin with. Like, I don't even know why I
I
wasted
just
your
gave
time.
you the plateau.
Here's
right?
a controller,
Sorry,
bro.
dude.
You do you.
Bruh, he B reversed in the air so many times. I didn't even know you could do it that many times.
yeah.
When they were teaching you tech.
You can do it as many
mid-game.
times as you want.
Bruh,
That's awesome.
Yeah, I didn't know that. And then when he did it, he was like, all right, let me cancel it into this back air. And I was like, oh, okay. I got hit once. And he was like, nah, bruh, that changed. I was like, oh, am I dead? He was like, think so. Yep.
Yep.
And that's
Let's check the VOD. Yep.
Yep.
Get the replay on that? Yeah.
Bruh.
That's amazing, man. I mean, that's
He was
pretty cool when you have
insane.
admiration for somebody like that, right?
Came
Play
out of
them and you can see their,
nowhere.
Like,
It's good. He has really good item regrabs and pickups.
There was
and stuff.
there was
I had to
another
talk-
guy who was pretty
Lannon.
good. Lannon.
Lannon.
But yeah,
Lannon.
Yeah.
He was
Kevin
the
Lannon are
Joker.
brothers.
Kevin Lannon are brothers.
Oh, they are.
Yeah,
Yes.
they are.
Oh,
That's
like,
why.
I,
Oh, no
I
surprise
played him
there.
in I think semis, winter semis,
Mhm.
Joker
and
Roy.
you know I was just like I didn't know who it was. And
Yeah,
I,
you
you
went
played
puff.
Jigglypuff.
I meant no
right.
disrespect, but I was like, let me just fool around.
I
with
saw the
Puff.
jigs.
I saw the
And
jigs.
he beat it, and I was like, oh well.
You gotta get this work.
Nah.
man.
Okay, Rob time.
Can't have that.
All right.
Now you done
Rob
made
time.
me angry. And I was like,
And you responded with a 3-stock,
yeah,
man.
I went
Right,
raw.
I
I was
mean,
like,
All right. All right. Sorry to get you off topic, but you were going down your list of possible
oh,
PGRs besides Jeb.
I think Jeb's the only one right now.
Okay.
People who I think have potential to become like really, really good and like potentially, Jivo.
Yeah.
First,
He doesn't show up too much.
The
if he
mystery
ever came
man.
out of the dungeon,
If he ever can,
The
every time he
mystery
comes
man.
down here, he places really well.
yeah,
Um,
but he stays in the cut.
Let's see. I think Primid still has potential.
I do too.
Call me
I agree.
crazy.
No, I
Nah,
agree.
nah, he's the young prodigy.
Do you think
Yeah.
more so than name for like in the comparison of the Foxes?
The thing with Name is that, like, I think Name is more consistent of a player,
Okay.
Yes.
but I think Primid at his highs does
Mm.
He's
considerably
creative.
better.
He's
More.
creative.
Okay.
He I think he's more experienced in Name. I think versus a top player, Primid would do better.
Okay.
And statistically, he does very well outside of this region. And
Yeah.
like other major tournaments that are not like locals.
Maybe
He
it's the
does-
mindset.
He does well. I mean, yeah. I think he, he's got that young hero power up. He's like, I'm gonna like.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not even that. Like, if you come to the same place, that's the homie spot. It's not the
Right.
tournament. It's like I'm playing
Oh,
in the
yeah,
tournament,
you-
but it's the
Mhm.
homies.
Yeah,
Right,
that's true.
right.
You get comfortable.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That is weird though,
Question.
because I would imagine that people who struggle at locals wouldn't do that good at majors, but the opposite for
Right.
Yeah.
He's
That
like,
is
psych,
interesting.
dog.
yeah.
Let me bust out the training weights.
because
All right, let's get it cracking.
Got Piccolo up in here.
It might be mental. Like I know, I'd say like 95% of. Well, that's not true. Probably like 90% of NDV got, get nervous or
Oh yeah,
has
for sure.
mental problems when
Yeah.
they're playing.
Yeah, you
That's
can't relate because you had to ask us the other
Like,
day. Do you get
yeah.
excited to play on stream?
Can't-
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
do.
I can't relate.
Can't relate. Couldn't be me.
don't know. Like when I first went to my first local, I wasn't nervous. When I went to Pound, my first tournament was Pound 2016.
Yeah.
And you weren't nervous?
I was very slightly nervous because it was
Okay.
my first offline tournament, and I wanted to place well, and I got 33rd, which was pretty good. And then
Very
First
good.
offline.
Pound.
Oh,
yeah,
But-
exactly.
33rd.
But
For a major.
it's funny because thinking about the most I've gotten nervous in tournaments was way back in Brawl Wi-Fi tournaments.
I see.
I used to
Really?
get nervous in Wi-Fi tournaments.
When you're
Oh.
by yourself?
Yeah,
Huh.
because it would
Interesting.
be because you know, they were still hard because
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
back
Gotta
in
play
the
around
day,
live.
Wi-Fi tournaments consisted of like me, the Buzz, Samsor, Rafi X, Salem. Sometimes there were still a bunch of top players. All top players that you see now come from Brawl
From
Wi-Fi.
Brawl Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Well,
Mm.
I don't mean in the fact of like the skill level being different. I would just think like, oh, Wi-Fi. I'm at the crib. I'm at my house. I'm comfy at my house.
Yeah,
Well,
there's an environment.
I'm not out of my element.
I'm a very competitive person,
Okay.
and it's still a tournament setting.
Yes.
There's still a bracket. There's still there's still like trash talk. There's still all
Oh, for
that.
sure.
So and I was younger back then. I didn't
sure.
have the mental patience ability that I do now because
Okay.
I hadn't gone through
The trials and tribulations that you.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't done all that. Like what helped me get my mental state was I've always been a performer
Okay.
and stuff like I
Oh,
did.
Got it.
I did 10 years of band, played the
Okay.
sax, concert, jazz. That's performance.
Yeah, the voice
You
sounds.
gotta, you gotta
the voice sounds like
control
the
your
sax.
nerves.
Mm.
And I did 10 years of football.
Oh, so, you
So
just
that's
hit
also
sticking people.
performance.
Right.
I
In a
control
way,
in
yeah.
front of
in a
people.
It's
way.
more physical exertion. Yeah.
I can see it
Um,
transferring.
And then not perform. Well, I mean, you want to consider performance, I don't think. But military, I did that for 4 years.
What branch?
National Guard,
National
Uh-huh.
Guard?
Army National Guard.
Gotcha.
That's
and
composure.
that helps you, or it helps you become a man, I guess.
Well, yeah,
It gives
it's
you-
discipline.
it
right?
gives
you
you-
learn
Yeah.
discipline.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gives
You got
you,
you got
gives you
nerves of steel.
discipline.
I got nerves of steel. There you go.
Yeah, gives
Yeah.
you gives you discipline,
And-
gives you lines to stay.
Yeah. So I think all of that helped me to because what I've learned is the more that I cared about this game, the more that I put my mental in this game, the more that I really 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 wanted to win, the worse I did.
I
So-
completely see that.
The key, at least for me, to get better was to just have more fun and not care as much. Like you still want to care enough to win, but you don't want to put your whole lifeline into the set.
Yeah, you're not
Right.
trying to get that whole
That's-
anime comeback.
That's a
type
really
jump.
good opinion.
And it's like if you want to do that, you got to make sure that you're like mentally stable enough to do that.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
some players, like a lot of top players, they'll put their whole heart and soul into a set and they'll win. But a lot of people, they'll put their heart and soul into a set and something goes wrong and they're done. They just get tilted. They're like, man, like I just messed that. It just snowballs into you just throwing the set.
I feel like Tweak does that amount. He'll Tweak.
Tweak?
Oh, okay.
I mean, obviously,
lot- I mean, there's a lot of
obviously he's
Yeah.
obviously he's an amazing player, but I feel like that happens to him. He's extremely, I mean, second best.
Yeah.
Something will happen or something will go down the same path that it will
Tweak-
previous sets every time with him.
Tweak is weird. Like in my opinion, at Tweak's best, when he's playing at his best, he's number one. in the world.
Untouchable.
Right. Yeah,
I
he's-
agree.
he's
I
kinda
wholeheartedly
like
agree with that.
Kermit.
I was
Actually,
about to say,
He's
It's
better than
something-
Leo to
Low
me.
valleys.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's something about like in that group and that same path of getting into his own head or over second guessing things.
Yeah.
And I think that Ultimate is also a pretty snowbally game sometimes.
Yeah, it's a snowball. At the top level, I think it's a lot of a top player will counter one top player, that player will counter another. Like some top players do better against another. Like
Who do you do good against?
Like I do good against like Samsora, kind of Nairo if I don't SD. E.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm 5'2".
Nice.
What's up, bro?
That hurts.
It hurts you?
Pac-Man, not.
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, lit.
I was wondering too.
Ha!
Yeah, I was wondering too.
Ha!
Yeah.
All right, I feel better now. Gang.
Batman versus Rob. Yeah, I don't like that either.
I don't like Link versus Rob neither, but we out here.
Yeah, well.
We're doing our best.
And then they'll beat someone that I usually. That person.
Mm.
It's just
like a rock,
yeah.
paper, scissors.
I was about to say a lot of rock,
Yeah.
paper, scissors.
Because at that level, at that level, especially when it gets later in bracket, it doesn't even matter how good you are.
Right.
It matters about how bad do you want that set.
Yeah.
Now with me, that's an issue because I don't care.
Now. Yeah.
So what I've done to compensate that is I'll pick a person, like I'll look at the set or I'll look at my bracket run beforehand.
Okay.
And I'll look now and I'll pick one person that I want to get to and beat. And then a lot of times I'll beat everyone leading up to that.
Yeah.
Right.
Like for instance, at MK Leo Saga, Zero was in my path.
Okay.
And Zero is the only player that I've ever actually wanted to beat.
Yeah.
And I was like, because the first time we played, it was a very close 3-1. He won.
Mm-hmm.
So he was 1-0 on me at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need my run back. I feel like I can win this set.
WaDi come back. I'm gonna need that.
And then I beat. I forget who I beat before I played Leo. I think it was another PGR win. And I go in, and I 3-1 0. You know, the biggest pop off of my life. It was
You
just,
3-1'd him.
Yeah, 3-1.
Oh, that was bigger than the Sam Sora one.
Oh,
Sam
yeah.
Sora
Sam
for
Sora-
Ultimate one was pretty funny.
The
See,
And I wonder what
He's like,
I wonder
wow.
what that was too with Zero. Do you think it was kind of like the status that he held at the time and that goal of, okay, I need to take him. I want to take him down. I think that was part of it.
yeah, like my thing with games in general, I don't care about winning. I don't care
Challenge.
about winning tournaments. I care about beating people.
That's what I thought, man.
I want to have a positive record
Challenge.
on you. I want to be like, I'm better than this guy, or like I have positive record, or
All right.
know. So if it comes down to like, I'll make top 8, and then it'll be against someone who I don't really care about beating. Sometimes I'll just lose. I'll just lose because like they wanted more than me. They want to win the tournament. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm starting to want to win more. It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming to me. But for the longest time, I just wanted to beat people. But now that I'm at a point to where I don't want to beat anybody. I don't care because like there's not really anyone in this game that I'm like, man, like that guy.
Right.
Not even MK Leo?
Not really.
And that's kind of
Not
what
really.
that's kind of what I was asking about the status or like the aura around Zero, right? With like that 50+ tournament win streak he had built up this like strong challenge.
Right. He was
right?
undisputed.
And so I'm wondering if that was part of it, right? Not that MKLeo, of course, Tweak, the others, they're excellent players, but there's a certain like pull towards wanting to be better than somebody who has a status, right?
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that
He's
was
like,
No,
you're
part
the
of
king
it.
of
it
Slayer,
was
you
definitely
wanna
like
be
I
the
want to beat the best of
Right.
the best.
Right.
Who's like a
Yeah, I see that
It's
look in
just
your eye right now. He was like,
raining-
bro,
The hunger. The
you
hunger.
gonna get this
That's
work.
that's when the lion
Yeah.
sees the gazelle. It's like
that's
I'm-
what helped me get better. I was like, I gotta beat this guy.
Yeah, you got to get
Yeah.
this work, bro. You got to get the pause.
It's good motivation.
Yeah, it was good motivation. Now I don't have it, so it was kind of
You
like
gotta find
kinda
something
like
else,
that.
right?
Yeah, I don't have it, and I
I'm-
still get first. It's crazy.
When this game first came out, I had fun with it, and then there was a couple month string where I was just like, maybe like Smash 4.
Yeah.
But okay, now let me rephrase that. If I were to go back to Smash 4 now, no, because that game's terrible.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
But Smash 4 meant more to me
Okay.
as a player, as an individual. This
That-
game
that's
does
how it is
not.
for me, too.
When this game first started out, it felt more like a job to me than a game that I like to play.
Yeah.
Really
Okay.
good.
Because
I
it
feel the
started
exact
because
same way.
in Smash 4 I started out as a nobody, then I went to underdog, and then that's how I got a name for myself.
And now you're trying to maintain that status from the beginning of Ultimate.
Yeah, Ultimate, I came in with expectations, even though there was no saying of how this game was going to be.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
Gotcha.
it was just like kind of like a, it just felt like a 9 to 5 almost. It's like show up to this
Something you
tournament,
had to
win,
do.
GG's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
There was
definitely see that.
Yeah, there was no feeling in the game.
Okay.
But
Well-
now I'm starting to get it.
Okay.
Starting to get a little bit.
Well,
A year later. That's good.
Yeah, right. Oh,
I
finally.
just start going to more stuff. I have more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's talk about let's make big moves. So you went there, you got 17th. How did you feel about 13th? Oh.
Check the
I
facts,
checked the
Pimpin'.
standings. No, I checked. I'm sorry. I thought I checked the standings. I thought it said 17th. My bad.
Bruh.
You're good. You're
So
good.
in this case, so 13th. How do you feel about that? How was that run for you?
It's funny because I had to play Nairo in winners,
Right.
Mm.
and game 1, I SD 2.5 times.
A half SD?
Because I went off stage, didn't have a jump,
Oh,
charging
yeah.
gyro, and I had the air dodge,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then I was already down there. He just went down spite. It was
Gotcha.
it was kind of like SD.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So yeah, I just threw away game 1, and then we were back and forth. I went game 5, last stock, last hit, and I was like, dang, if I hadn't thrown game 1, might have taken that set. But I was like, whatever, I'll get it next time.
Yeah.
And
That's important.
going through, I think my only PGR win that tournament was Goblin.
Right.
Dang.
And then I was looking at my bracket, and it was like I have to play T, the Pac-Man.
Right.
Mm.
And I was like, okay, it's no problem.
Mm.
Obviously, he's hard. He's really hard. He's really good.
Really smart player.
But I was confident.
Okay.
And I'm waiting there, and let me backtrace.
Okay.
Okay.
A weird tradition for me at majors is to not eat before I play.
Okay.
Oh,
You did tell me that.
And
that's the puppet.
the day started at noon. So I was just like, I could go a couple hours without. I could skip breakfast.
Yeah.
I could play a couple sets to go out to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But the day kept dragging on. I was just not eating. And I didn't know how long I had. And everything surrounding me was like pizza and stuff. I didn't want to eat that.
Mm.
Okay.
No pizza.
Anybody
And I
want
also
that?
didn't know how
Got
much
time
time
for
I
that.
had before I had to play. So I just kind of had to sit there.
Mm.
So it was 6 p.m. Still haven't eaten that day. And I'm just sitting there dying, falling asleep. Because I also didn't get that much sleep last night. And then I'm like, okay, I have to play T. At least it's not that bad. And then they're like, hey, T just beat Light. So you got to play Light now. And I was like, come on, man.
Come on.
I don't have the. I can't react to nothing right now. I'm about to die.
Light so
Yeah.
quick.
So I was just like, I go into the set. I'm laughing already. Cause I'm like, I'm gonna lose. But whatever.
Dang.
13, not bad.
Okay, that's
Because
fine,
I know when I'm gonna like not play that well because I could feel it.
You
Because
can feel it.
Yeah.
I don't play the game how you should be playing. I'm playing looking at you, looking for you to do something, reacting to it, and conditioning and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I can't do that when I'm about to fall asleep, hadn't eaten all day. It was my fault, but
You were
I
still
was
there.
just like, I gotta laugh at that. I can't be mad at that. I was just like,
Yeah.
I was just like, you got it, bro.
Just like
It
you
is
just got
what it is.
blindsided
Yeah.
by bracket nonsense.
Yeah,
I feel that.
So 13th, that's like my average anyway.
Yeah.
Not bad. It's like 9th, 13th, 17th. It's like
Right.
that's my realm.
Right.
Sometimes I'll
There
get
were
a
a lot of,
7th here and there.
There were a lot of tri-state people at that tournament. Like, how do you feel about tri-state as a region?
Very loud.
Yes, that is true.
Let's go Tri-State.
Not bad. They're a cool region. Did I play any tri-state? Yeah, I did. I played someone named Zomba. I think it was
Zomba?
his name.
I've heard that name. It's not like a super high
Yeah.
top player, but
He was
he's
okay.
He's good.
Mm.
He beat Rido to get to me.
Oh, okay.
Very nice.
Damn.
very
And I was
nice.
like, wow.
Okay.
That's
And
nice.
That's saying something.
This is where it ends for you,
So
though.
I play him, destroy his Roy, and then he goes Link, destroy that. And then game 3, he goes Rob.
Okay.
Okay.
So he just Rob Dittos.
Damn.
And it does Rob does beats me game 1.
What?
Okay,
And I'm
okay,
just
okay.
like, wait, hold on, what just happened right
That's not the
there?
order.
That's crazy.
And then game 4 was a 2-stop, but
Okay, yeah.
I was tight. I was like, man, because he was trying to say he went Rob beat me in the
I
ditto.
mean,
It was kind of like that.
Yeah, but he's also switching characters every game, so it's like, of course, he's like having to reconditioning and everything like that. So yeah,
Right.
it makes
How do you
sense.
feel about dittos? Because I haven't, as a Link player, I feel like I don't play a lot of Links. And what was it? And at the end of and the last tournament at the cave in December, I played against 2 Link players. One of them switched to Link, and I felt offended. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, he switched to Link, and he immediately fell to the bottom plat, and then just kept doing Z drop nair. And I was like, that's cute, and I just F smashed him as he was landing. I was like, the amount of people that think Link's nair just wins you the game, it doesn't.
Right.
And it makes me mad when people switch to him and they're like, oh, I can just nair, right? And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
you can't. He has a sword.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
You keep nairing. You
Right.
just hold that.
Right, right.
I'm going to swing this
Don't
big
say
sword.
anything to him.
I don't.
Don't let him know.
Oh, I don't say nothing. I'm
Hey,
just like,
dude,
you're going to nail.
that
Let me
nair
catch you
you're
that
doing,
fair.
you almost got me with that. You got
Like, yo, Nair's good, right?
yeah.
I got hit with one of those earlier this week, too. Yeah, I switched to this character. I almost had you, right? And I was like,
Be like, yeah, almost.
Nah,
you
bro.
were mad
You'd like
close.
to think so, wouldn't you?
Bruh.
Show me in game 3.
I felt bad, though, because he was like, yeah, man, I almost had you with that Samus, right? I don't get it, though. I'm really good on Samus Wi-Fi.
All right, bro.
And I was
just
like,
mess
I don't
with
have.
Wow,
I was
you
like, I
still
don't
don't
have the
get
heart
it?
to tell him.
Just touching himself.
Who's
I
gonna
was
tell him?
Yeah.
Who's
I was
gonna
like-
tell him?
You know?
I was like, I don't have the heart to
did
tell
real
you
good
that
with that
Samus.
Samus.
Wi-Fi is like the
Booty
most,
butt cheeks.
the worst thing you can use to like gauge skill IRL.
Oh yeah, nah, it's impossible.
Yeah,
Impossible. I hate the Rob Ditto. I hate
Oh.
it.
that's fair.
I'm not bad at it, but I do hate it.
Mm.
And when someone, if I'm playing Rob already, and unless they use Rob, and or even like if they have a secondary and they switch to Rob, I'll be a little bit like a little weird, but
Because I remember
Yeah.
the last time that I saw you go for something that would relatively go up as a Ditto was you against, I think, MJ a few months ago. It was probably during summer or something like that. And you opted to go Mewtwo. This was the day.
oh yeah,
He did that with Minix too.
Mm.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
you
Minix
did
did
Minix
well
as
against
well.
me. Yeah,
Yeah, but then you
Yeah.
switched to Mewtwo, and everybody's like, Mewtwo's trash, and he was like, nah, bro, but I'm nice.
Hold on, though.
We're like, whoa.
Yeah,
Well-
so it's kind of interesting.
Rob beats all of my secondaries, except for potentially Rosa and Mewtwo.
Okay.
I don't think Mewtwo beats Rob.
Okay.
Rosa might.
You think they're like even?
I
Yeah.
think it's like, not bad.
Give or
But
take?
I play Mewtwo Rob like I do in Smash 4. I just sit there, wait for Rob to nair me, and I just fare through it.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do that.
Mm-hmm.
If you know how to play. If you know how to play against Rob, he's not that bad. He's just annoying. He's an annoying character.
I do it all
I can
the
do-
time.
I can
the dude on
do
my
that.
stream
Watch
plays.
sort of
The
thing.
dude on my stream plays Rob, and I
Yeah.
have so much. Like, he was like, "Yeah, just do this." I'm like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah, just do that."
Yeah,
I'm like,
I can
"Okay."
do it against other Raw players. Like, I've played other Raw players in
Yeah, well,
bracket.
there's
I'm
different
like,
tiers, obviously.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I wouldn't
Wadi,
bring that to
Wadi is
Wadi.
the top of the
I wouldn't
tier.
bring that to Wadi.
But no,
Yeah.
I definitely see
Wow.
him go for the nair, and I'm
I
like,
would
all
try,
right,
but
let me
it just
try
wouldn't
and just like, let me
No,
try.
because I'll space it.
Yeah,
I know you
exactly.
because I know
Right.
you want to do that. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
right,
space that.
right.
But the typical Rob, not gonna space that well.
Yeah,
right,
Sorry.
right.
yeah,
He's
that's
not
fair.
gonna
And I'm
shoot.
just like,
Shoot.
yep, let me put
Yeah.
that sword in there. All right, cool.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, what people don't realize is when Rob nairs, you got like 5 hours to just jump up and hit him in just straight forward.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you hit
To
him
the side.
in the face,
yeah, he
In
can't
the-
do
in the
anything because it
chest,
comes so
Mhm.
far
can't do
around.
because
Right.
it goes starts at like the bottom, the front bottom position,
Yeah, and then it goes
and
all
then
the
it
way
goes
around.
all the way around. So you could just take your time, take a little sip of coffee,
Mhm.
take a little nap,
Put in a hot pocket.
and you can hit him. It's fine.
And we're back.
Yeah.
After all that, you
Oh,
take
yeah.
a nap,
All that,
everything.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
5 hours later,
Mhm.
Morgana.
It's like, whoa, did he land
Yeah.
yet? Nope.
Hit him
All
with
right,
that
cool.
But
Morgana.
yeah, people
Where's his
respect
clock?
it too much. It's like Palunair.
Mm.
Yeah.
People respect it too much.
Yeah. No, I mean,
See,
Paladin
you could-
is
you
super
could
unsafe
beat
on
it.
Shield.
I-
Super unsafe on Shield.
It's unsafe on Shield.
It's unsafe on Shield, and
I just think, I mean,
Oh.
it's more active and covers more area than Rob's, right? Like if Rob's comes from the bottom and then it goes all the way around,
Yeah.
Palos is just all the way around.
Yeah, I would think
all the
Palos is
time.
definitely
Mhm.
worse.
no, it's definitely harder to punish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely harder to punish. But you still give too much respect. People
True.
still too much respect to it.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can beat it.
Just
it's not
clashes
that
a
hard.
lot.
It's just a little weird.
Yeah.
A little awkward.
Mm.
A lot of shield pokes and stuff like that can happen.
Gotcha.
Who are you
Yeah.
telling,
So
bro?
yeah, it's a little weird, but not unbeatable.
How did you decide you were going to be a Rob main? Like, how did you settle on that?
Did you play Brawl?
I played Brawl.
Did you
I didn't
do
even
the
play
subspace?
competitively. I did not play. Oh, okay, yeah, I played Subspace.
The scene where Rob comes out,
Mhm.
I was just like, that's my
That's the
character.
one, really?
Yeah.
I love that,
Okay.
though.
would
I don't know
never
what
expect
happened. I was just like,
It clicked.
that's my guy.
That's your guy.
It
Wow.
clicked.
my guy.
It clicked for you.
Yeah,
That's
click.
cool.
Okay.
I like robots.
Yeah.
Robot guy.
Cool.
Okay,
cool.
that's cool. So if they had a Gundam put in Smash, you'd play
No.
that.
Gundam is not a robot. Gundam is a
I
robot
like-
suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
I like robots.
That is fair. I'll
I
give
like
you that.
robots and I like Goofy. And Rob looked kind of goofy.
Okay.
So it's a mixture of Rob being a robot and he looked kind of stupid.
Okay.
And I
Yeah.
was just like, that's my guy.
I
This
Yeah.
goofy looking robot.
resonate with that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people pick those kind of like those wacky characters because they're just like, can you imagine how salty this guy's gonna be when
Yeah.
he loses to Rob?
Can I ask y'all the same question?
I get that. I get that
Oh.
with DK a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask
Yeah.
y'all the
Be-
same
'cause
question?
Being so low,
sure,
yeah.
that's fine.
Because
Yeah.
as I play really janky with DK too, so I'll do stuff that people like the down B. I had a guy come on my stream and he was like, he's like, nah, man, I wouldn't use down B off stage. Like, I'm gonna do it more. I did it and I spiked him 2 more times. You know, like, but yeah, I go
I
through it all
mean,
the time.
how did you? I mean, you wanted to be a DK main from. I mean, you were in.
I've
Smash
only
4,
played,
so.
I've only played DK in Ultimate and in Smash 4 too.
Okay, so how do you
Something he's done in
decide
Smash
on
4.
your main?
Donkey Kong 64 is like one of my favorite games.
Hey.
I love Donkey 64.
That game was really solid.
Yeah,
Even the
no.
multiplayer, we just run up
Yeah.
on your
Very
friends.
long.
Rare
It is very long. I
Dang,
love
good
the
job
I
with
love
that.
the game, and I just don't have as much fun when I play anybody else. Like Ike now, like a few times I picked up, but like just DK.
It's just
and
not
it
the
sucks
same.
because he gets beat up so much, and I hate it.
Interesting.
You get comboed.
I get
Yeah.
comboed. I don't have many forward hitting things. I have to constantly be facing away, like try to go for a grab.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've had like a lot of different mains and like all these other different. So it's just like I mained Roy at the beginning because it was just like I played Roy in Melee and I wanted Roy to be good in Melee. He wasn't, so I wanted to play Roy. Got Fire Sword. I like that. I mean, but
He's
then
got
it's
the
like I
Fire
ended up on
Sword?
Pac-Man because Pac-Man just clicked. Like I played so many different characters and I was like, well, I mean, I like Pac-Man. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm not like the boast. Like, oh, I love the original arcade Pac-Man. Like, it's
Yeah.
my favorite game
Yeah,
ever.
but
I have the high score and everything.
wasn't
I mean,
looking for
like,
that.
It doesn't
Just-
even matter. Like, I mean, that doesn't matter. Like, the character itself doesn't matter to me. It's how it feels in my hands. Right?
Yeah,
It's like
for sure.
Like
That's
the level of like intricacy of all of the setups and everything like that and the mixed up abilities, like that's why I chose him after everything, after playing all these other characters, because he was the one that I had the most fun with, the most satisfaction
Most
with
options.
getting some stuff. Like you get one of those juicy bell confirms and you just like
I never heard somebody
oh,
describe it that
like
way. I love
literally
that.
you just
juicy
before you even charge the S smash, you're reaching for the fist bump. Like, you just know it's
Yeah.
gonna happen. And
Everything's
it's
feel
like,
that.
everything's quiet when you hit with that bell. It's like, ding. You're like,
and I'm not gonna lie, like there is a part of me that's also like, people don't like Pac-Man. I like playing Pac-Man that people are not expecting, and also being like
No,
making them salty
let's
anyway.
let's
Yeah.
talk to the man who's got the tattoo.
Oh,
What up, bro?
all right.
The link.
Look, I'm
Until
I'm
Goku joined Smash. Go ahead.
4. I was 4 years old when I got my Nintendo 64.
Mm-hmm.
My dad got me Smash with that. I'm looking at the roster.
Parenting done right. Go on.
He's got a sword. I'm 4.
like
Sword and you being 4 equates to he's the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life to this point. It
Everyone
doesn't
likes
it.
it
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
matter if
cool.
your dad's a firefighter. He's got a sword.
Yeah.
He's cool.
Chopping that fire in
Right.
half. Whatcha?
And then as I grew up, my favorite games were RPGs.
Mm.
So then I played through my favorite one of the Legend of Zelda saga was Twilight Princess.
Oh.
Up until
Interesting.
that, I hadn't actually beaten a Legend of Zelda game in its entirety.
Oh wow.
Because I grew up with it on N64, and they gave me Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, and I just looked at it as a 4-year-old. I was like, what do you want me to do with this?
Right.
Gotcha.
I keep getting hit by the moon. What is happening?
That's funny.
And then,
What logic are you giving me, parents?
in Ocarina of Time, I was actually too scared to play it because, you know, Once you run,
Skulls and
once you run around in Hyrule Field at dark, and then you get attacked by a werewolf, and
You're not
me
going
being a
outside.
child, I
You're not
get
going
bodied.
outside.
I thought Majora's Mask was scarier than.
It is.
Oh, yeah, but
There's
I didn't
some
even get
really
that far.
weird moments in
Oh,
Dark-
sorry.
I didn't get that far. I got
Majora's.
bodied by the moon.
The
By the
moon was
moon.
the scariest
Couldn't even
part.
get to the
That's
whole
what I'm
game.
saying.
He couldn't access the whole game. He was just getting killed by the
Exactly.
moon.
I was done after that.
He was
Yeah,
like,
same.
I'm
So I was
just
like, I didn't even want to play it. And then when I grew up, I got it on 3DS, and then I went and beat Ocarina of Time.
Nice.
And so I've played the releases of the game since then, and I've beaten those as they've come out, and I just really enjoy that. Like the fact that he has a sword and shield, he doesn't need to talk. He's just like, all right, I save you.
Right.
What is your name?
The hero.
Zelda? Okay, cool. I save you.
Don't even
Mhm.
care.
Has a sword and shield, has a bow and arrow. Over the amount of time that we've had changes in things, he doesn't care. It's the same thing every
It's been a
time.
life passion.
Sword,
for you.
shield, bow. Got it.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's awesome.
I'll take
man.
away your grappling hook. Cool. I still got sword, shield, bow.
And you
Doesn't
play it,
matter.
man, because you feel that character, right?
Exactly.
Like that's cool.
Like, honestly, if I were to say, like, if I were to say who feels the best to me, like, I enjoy playing characters like Pikachu and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like, I love RPGs, and Link is from that, and that's my favorite
That's
RPG,
you.
so I'm gonna play that.
yeah.
Okay.
That's
There
cool,
you go.
man. That's cool.
well, what about you, WaDi? What other than League? What
Yeah.
other games do you play that are not Smash?
League.
And like what games?
Well,
what
okay.
games did you grow up on?
I'm a big. What I grew up on? Well, I
Yeah,
grew up
both.
on Nintendo games. I grew up
Okay.
on.
Okay.
I only had a Nintendo 64 and I had a GameCube.
Yep.
All I had. So I played exclusively just Nintendo. I played a lot of let's see. My favorite game is Banjo Tooie,
Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
and it's sad what they did to him.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of the just solo one player games like DK64 is one of my favorites. Banjo. There's this game called Mystical Ninja that no one knows about,
Okay.
but it's almost like one of those Mario 64.
There's a
okay.
platform.
Yeah, platformers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like those a lot. Going to GameCube, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker,
Yes.
go.
So good.
Luigi's Mansion.
Oh,
Yeah.
fun fact.
Pikmin. I play all of those. And then Melee happened. Started to get a little bit competitive.
Yeah.
And then got a Wii, got Brawl,
A brawl.
A little bit more.
Real
and then I
competitive.
got real competitive.
Yeah.
And that's the only game I played.
Yeah.
No, I take that back. That's the only console game I played.
Okay.
I'm a big MMORPG fan. Love PC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I played like World of Warcraft, League, not classic, not
Right.
not
Yeah,
World of
yeah,
Not
Warcraft.
classic
you
WoW?
don't
I
play
couldn't do it.
World
I
of
couldn't do
Warcraft.
it. I couldn't do it.
I mean,
But,
what expansion? Burning Crusade?
The
Breath
one
of the
before
King?
Mists of Pandaria.
Oh, so Cataclysm. Ew.
I started on that one. Then I did Mists of Pandaria. Yeah,
Ooh, you got.
it was weird.
No wonder you
Cataclysm.
don't like WoW.
It wasn't bad because I didn't know how the game was before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ignorance is
Maple
bliss.
Story.
Yeah. Really. Okay, maybe that's a throwback.
Yeah. It was my first MMORPG was Toontown.
Oh my god.
I
No
remember.
way.
Toontown?
love that
Yo.
I don't know
game.
if I've ever
Let's just
played
go
it.
with the Wizard 101 next
I
up.
love-
here.
Have
No,
you seen the
No,
commercials
Wizard
for that?
101? Okay.
Toontown
Okay.
was the game.
Okay.
Toontown,
I have to watch that
baby.
after.
Okay, before you two go at it,
Mm-hmm.
Toontown,
Mm-hmm.
you grew up, and if you watch TV, you saw Toontown. The
Mm-hmm.
only thing you ever remember was the big old goofy letters of Toontown and their little fight animation, which was them just
Yeah.
throwing pies at
I
each
wonder.
other.
I wonder if maybe I've seen it. Maybe seen some clips.
Right, if I show
never
you it on
played
YouTube, you'll be like, "Oh my God!" This
It will- it will
If
pull
I
back
found
memories.
a group that played Toontown, I'd play.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Right now.
Today?
All right,
Today.
I'll get into it
Wow.
tonight. I'll get into it. I'll get into
All
it,
right,
bro.
we're starting
I'll
up
get
the
into it.
Toontown Discord and MDVA. We're gonna get it up.
Yo, man, that's a
but-
throwback.
Right? I
That's
don't know what
crazy.
happened when I started to get competitive with games. I can't play one-player games anymore.
Okay.
Mm.
I can't. I don't know what it is. I'm too competitive now. I'm
Yeah.
like, I gotta beat someone.
Yeah, it's a
I feel
different,
that.
different
I
kind
gotta-
of, different
yeah.
kind of game drug.
Okay.
What about
Like that's why I like
See,
League.
what about Dark Souls and stuff like that?
Yeah, I was gonna say I do that, but with like difficulty, right? So it's
It's,
like if I want to give myself a challenge, like I'll up the difficulty, do things like sometimes I'll
Insane
do
mode.
artificial difficulty, like oh, if I'm gonna like play Pokemon, Nuzlocke it, stuff like that. You give yourself like,
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
extra challenges.
Yeah.
So
Pe-
that's-
I've
People
done
are-
Nuzlocke.
Yeah.
But I don't play by myself. I
Gotcha.
actually play with people.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
And it's like even in Nuzlocke, I'm like, oh, my Pokemon are higher level. And like it's just like,
Yeah,
Right.
it's
There's
just
a
I
certain
can't
level of like, yeah.
There's
I can't not be competitive. Like
the human aspect isn't there.
Right. The skill curve drops off of it.
Like I can't.
AI just don't
I
cut it
can't
no
just
more.
have fun with the game anymore. I gotta
Right.
beat
Yeah.
someone.
You always got to
Mhm.
Jones for the next time, man. You always like, I gotta get something stronger. I gotta get something more
Well, it's-
competitive.
it kinda-
Question.
Oh, go ahead.
When you play against people in Smash, like, can you ever turn off the Switch? Because I try to play Smash with my friends now, and I just can't not play competitively.
Especially casual players.
Yeah.
I can't play casually.
Okay, cool.
If I
It's
play
not just me.
casually, I'd rather not play. I'd
Yeah,
rather
Thank
just
you.
sit out.
Oh
I
man.
hate
Okay, I feel
It's
so much
playing,
better.
and that's why it's hard
uh,
getting people into it.
Bad on
Yeah.
purpose. I can't. You're
Yeah.
getting trashed.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
Yeah.
If you
Restocked every time.
Exactly.
it's just hey, sorry, man. I could go another character.
They're like,
Yeah.
let's
Still
turn
gonna
items
try.
on, and you're like, no,
No.
Yeah.
no items.
Yeah.
I have fun with
lot.
it. Like I play competitively on everything, but you never come by. There's a stage like somebody made that's so much fun for me to play. It's casual, but it's so much fun,
You're
dude.
talking about the one that like lifts you up and kills you
Yes,
off the
it's
top.
so
I
don't
was
know
there
why.
for that.
You were, yeah.
Yeah.
So we can play competitive every time, but when
I'm
we
gonna
go to
have
that
my life
stage
like
at the
that.
end, it's
Yeah.
it's so much fun.
That's funny.
It's basically like a little cage that like slowly closes in on you, and everybody tries to hit people into it, and then it'll just carry you up and die.
Dude, I hate it,
It's
man.
actually
Like,
fun.
I wish I could enjoy games again.
Yeah.
I
I'm not
just
even
can't,
mad
man.
about it. If I'm honest, I'm not even mad about it.
I'm mad.
My buddies get salty about it. They're like, "Why don't? Oh, all you do is play Link and throw projectiles." Like, yep, well, that's part of my kit. There'll be times where I just don't throw any projectiles against them because
Yeah.
we'll do the legal stages, but it'll be random. So if I get FD and my buddy's playing Seafalk, he doesn't have any fun. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what I don't play him. I
And,
can't
But
tell
you're
you.
having fun.
I'm having a
I-
blast.
But you are.
I'm playing. I just picked up Civilization.
Oh,
Six.
okay.
Civ
Civ
Okay.
6,
Nice.
Civ
yeah.
6.
Mhm.
And I think this is the first time where I'm actually like having fun playing by myself. It's more fun with people, obviously,
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
but it's fun learning a new game.
Well, do you
I have-
stream?
I have a I was
No,
literally
you
gonna
don't.
ask that.
No,
I
you
might,
think
I'm
that-
gonna start soon.
Yeah,
I've
You
been
are?
saying that for a while.
Because if you
Yeah, I
like
was
playing
about
with
to say.
people and you like playing single player games, but you also want to have people there, stream is a pretty good way to get yourself back into it.
It is true. I would stream Smash. I don't know if I would stream League.
Why not?
Yeah.
You think
I don't
it's too
know.
toxic?
So many people do it.
I'm a little toxic.
I'm a little toxic when it comes to
little
League. That's why I don't play League anymore. I'm like really toxic when it comes
It's
to
funny
League.
because when I first started playing League,
I don't get toxic till
I
I'm
was
with the
like, "Why is
homies.
everyone so toxic for?" Like,
Right? Yeah.
calm down.
And then you
everybody.
play
It's
with
just
that,
a
and then you
game."
play with that one
Mhm.
jungler that you're just like, this is the
Yeah.
reason everyone is
And
toxic.
then I played-
You specifically deserve all the toxicity in this game.
Yup.
Millions of people play, and you deserve every single flame.
Yup.
Bruh, I feel that. I feel that on a spiritual level.
Yeah. It'd be like that.
When I play Dota, I'll just be like, all right, cool. You know what? Let me try and educate them because I play in a lower MMR because my buddy said don't play ranked when you first start out. And I was like, don't tell me what to do. I do what I want. So now I'm stuck in the trenches.
Now you're in the trenches.
But I'm toxic, but I'm on level 5. I make sure like my toxicity is very passive aggressive.
Oh, okay.
I don't
That's
flat
funny.
out say
That's
something
funny.
mean to someone.
That's so funny.
yeah.
Oh, no.
I say
just-
little
stuff like,
sassy. You're
"So
so
how long
sassy.
you been playing this game?" Stuff like that. Stuff like that. Just to,
Yo, did you just start? Did you just
Yeah.
pick this up?
be like, "Hey, you just picked it. You're pretty good for like couple weeks in."
Yeah, yeah.
Nah,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I'm going.
Oh, hey,
How'd
man.
you feel about the tutorial?
Or
did
teach
you,
him-
Did you like
Yeah.
that?
Or like teach them
Did you learn a
obvious
lot?
things like, hey, do you know you could do this? Like,
Yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't look like you
No, I
learned
could do that.
anything, but it looks like you had a good time.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no, bro! I'm going all like at the end of the game. If we lose because you threw, I'm like, bruh, never play that hero again. You're trash. Get off the sticks.
I
I
never-
can't
never played
because a lot of people recognize me on League.
Fuyoshi, you canceled.
True.
I'll be playing
That's
League,
crazy.
and someone will be like,
Oh,
"Is
I
that
should probably stop
WaDi?"
doing that.
I'll be like,
Yeah,
"Yeah."
that is-
And the weird thing about
You'd be
that
like, "No."
is,
As his
like,
tag is
when-
Wadi.
When
Yeah.
someone's like, "Is that WaDi?" I'm like, "Who would impersonate me?
Right.
Who's
On
walking
this
around?
game, who would impersonate me on this game?
Yeah, who's
Right.
playing League and like I'm gonna be?
Like,
a,
what do you
I'm
think
gonna
I'm?
be
I'm
WaDi.
I'm a cutie pie, okay? It's
I
like,
can be
don't look at
anybody
me
I
like
want.
that.
I'll be
Like,
WaDi.
But I'm WaDi. I don't
I'm
Right,
a
right.
Smash
What?
player.
Yeah.
But it's cool that somebody recognized you out of
Yeah.
Smash, right?
No,
And says like, oh,
There's a lot.
After
People
cut.
recognize me on League, Overwatch, and
That's awesome, man. That's gotta be-
even
that's
World
gotta be a great
Warcraft
feeling.
Classic.
Yeah.
I was like, what? That's crazy.
that's cool.
yeah.
It's
I
like,
didn't
yo, I was
know-
playing this MMO with Wadi. It's like,
Yeah, I didn't know that. I reached. There was this game. You know what? No, I'd say
Okay.
that. It's not appropriate. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
From
Cool.
Catherine.
After the podcast.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Got
we'll
it.
continue
After-
that.
After
Yeah.
hours podcast. All right.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
Best of 5 after
After
Best of
hours.
5 after
Yeah,
dark.
that's right,
Let's
yeah.
go. Let's see. So, I guess in terms of like some of the newer players in MDVA that we've been seeing kind of gain a lot of skill in a short period of time. This is kind of what I was like thinking about at the end of the year. So players that used to be kind of like gatekeepers and stuff like that have now kind of broken through and getting top 8s and everything. What do you think is the future for MDVA? Who do you think is someone to watch out for?
Let's
Not
see.
for you per se, but maybe for other people.
Who stood out? Who
some
stood
people
out
who
to
I
you?
can see making PR in the future.
Yeah.
Crits.
Yeah.
Crits.
Let's go crits.
Let's go.
Generic.
Let's go generic.
Even though I don't like playing him,
Yeah.
he's
Who
a
does?
gym.
That
He's a
kid.
gym.
And
Oh,
you can't deny that he's gotten a lot better.
I was about to say that
Right,
kid has
true.
grown on
That's
me.
true.
I did
Absolutely
not like
has.
him the first time I met him,
Oh,
and now
Absolutely has.
Who else?
Enhanced PV maybe.
Enhanced PV. Name some people. I'm terrible at remembering.
Enhanced PV
Yeah, me
maybe
too.
Jerry.
have you played?
What,
Jay?
what about Matt?
I haven't played Jerry or Enhanced PV. I've
Okay.
seen them play.
Okay.
What about Matador?
Well, Matador's
Matador is
already-
on the PR.
No, I don't mean making PR. I mean in terms of
Oh.
improvement.
Well, he was.
Yeah, I think Matador's
'Cause that-
slowly but surely getting.
Because that game 3 he had with you yesterday was
Yeah,
pretty good.
he's
WaDi.
learning.
Right.
You got to go to more stuff, dog.
And you guys were moving though. That the dance between you guys yesterday in that game 3
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah,
entertaining.
Matador's weird because some sets it'll be a wash, just-
Right.
yeah.
Yeah. Very consistent.
and
it
then
looked like.
other sets it'll be like really, really, really close.
Mhm.
It's not Wario either. I know
Right,
that.
right, right,
Wario's
right.
stupid, but you know,
It's
I
him.
know how to play against Wario.
Yeah.
I know that he's playing really good.
It seemed like he had it. It's like sometimes he'll turn it on and sometimes he's just kind of
Yeah.
whatever.
Right. And then I mean,
so he's learning.
Right.
He's getting more consistent on that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
there's like Parappa who gets top 5 sometimes.
Oh yeah, Parappa.
Matt-
He doesn't, but he goes to school in a different state, so it's like
Oh,
he's,
yeah.
Wait, Matador's already been to 4 tournaments.
What do you mean?
In this season,
So-
this new season
yeah,
ended
so-
about 2 weeks ago, and he's already been to 4.
Yeah,
How
and
much have I been to?
not 4 because you're not even on here. There's only 9 people here. So there's Matador's been at 4, Name, Beth, Spiffy, Toon Howl, Jumpman, Krabby, Cake Point, and Rainstorm.
I think I've been to 2 or 3.
Yeah, well, Rainstorm goes everywhere.
I see. Lately.
Lately.
Rainstorm.
Okay, actually, I wanted to ask your opinion on the latest season and see how you feel about who got the top 20.
All
Do you
right.
think they belong there?
All right.
Or do you think there's people that could upset them? So that was top 20 for the end
This
of
is-
season 4. So that was October to the end of December.
I still have never seen Waluigi
Okay.
play. I've never seen him play.
Isn't he a Bowser?
No, he's a snake.
Let's
Okay.
see here.
He's a Maryland snake.
It makes sense.
Who?
Chaz.
Chaz. Who's
Do you
that?
do that good this season?
Apparently.
He's from Sova. He's a
Oh,
son.
okay.
Let's see.
Whoa,
No
Jordan.
tag is impressive.
No
No
tag.
tag has gotten
Okay.
a lot
He's
better.
solid.
That's another player that I actually haven't seen come to the cave, but has been doing.
Who does
really
No
good
Tag
work.
play?
Mario.
Mario. So he
Mario.
was at the Arcadian and he popped off.
He's got
Oh,
the
okay.
famous
Let's go.
red hat.
Oh,
Always,
the
always
cap.
Alright,
wears.
okay.
He wears
Red
Cappy.
cap.
Cap. Okay.
He wears Cappy to
That's
the
pretty
tournaments.
awesome.
He beat Generic at the Arcadian.
All right.
He knocked him
Kree. I played
Kree?
Kree a couple months ago,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I was just like, just Kree, you know. He's pretty good, but
Right.
no problem.
Mhm.
And I played him, and he almost beat me.
Right.
And I was like, what?
Making you
the-
sweat.
He's really good.
Really
He's
pushing
good
it.
This game.
Yeah.
Pink. You know,
Pink, yeah.
hopefully he keeps rising up.
Rising up. Yeah.
I miss back in the day where you go back and forth. We play friendlies, level up together.
Oh,
Exciting.
darn, I got
like
too
that.
nice.
I miss that. I miss
I
it.
miss him. I wish he
Yeah.
wish he'd get better.
Who she came with?
So would you say this top 20 is accurate for season 4? Or just in general of your thoughts on who belongs in the top 20 for MDVA?
Mm.
At least of who you've played against and or seen play.
Let's see. Yeah,
Okay.
it's pretty accurate.
And I've got
Yeah.
another question. How do you feel about the MD bias? Like, I feel like MD is biased as far as the PR goes.
Yeah, they're biased.
Okay.
Okay.
They're biased.
It's not just me.
Easy answer.
No,
Okay.
easy answer. They're biased.
Yep.
Well, it's Seagull Joe running it. What do you expect?
yeah.
It's Seagull Joe. Joe.
Right, but
Like-
Cree's also on the committee. I think File is
File is too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like you have some
but like
representation.
Seagull Joe, he's very
Opinionated.
very opinionated.
Very,
he's very strong
very
with his
boisterous.
Very
opinions.
strong-willed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Headstrong.
And you know, I don't know. It's like for me, honestly, being on that 15 to 20 realm of the PR
Yeah.
does not mean that much. Because if you think a lot of people have been on that 15 20.
Yeah, and they
Right.
just kind of rotate everyone.
Being close to top 10, that's where you want to be. Being like 18th isn't
Right.
really that impressive.
Mm.
Because there's a lot of people who could be 18th.
Right.
Okay.
Fritz, Primid, Alternus, you name it.
Alternates
Ben.
is wild.
Yeah, dude. That
Alternates
Ultimus
is
Mac.
wild.
Don't say that name.
There's a lot of people who could fit that spot.
Don't say that 7-minute long
There's
name.
not a lot of people who can fit in the top 10. Because there's a lot of good players.
Yeah.
A lot of MDVA is not very top heavy.
Right.
It's moderately strong in
Mhm.
the top.
Mhm.
Right.
But where MDVA shines is the mid level. Mid level is a lot of regions PR level.
Yeah.
Like we're a really strong region.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of people who are strong in this region.
I mean, there's just a lot of people in this region. There
Yeah.
are so many people.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The mid level is really solid.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
also,
where I am. So
I
that's
also wanted to ask,
kind of dig
what,
out of that.
what do you think in Smash Ultimate? Like, what do you think can be done in terms of maybe either new like tournaments or what do you think would bring back the hype? Bring back some of the hype in Ultimate. Not that it's not hype, but I guess I'm trying to touch on just some like serious excitement, like maybe either a good crew battle or some kind of region
Yo, I
versus
want that
region.
so
or-
bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
want the crew
what
battle.
do you think can
I
be
want to
done
fight MD so
to
bad.
do that?
For me, it would be
Wrap 'em up.
I want that.
I need rivalries again.
That's what I was.
There's
yeah.
a lot of rivalries in Smash 4.
Right.
Yeah.
You got Civil War,
Civil
the
War.
Ally and Zero,
Yeah.
and it was just all this like intensity I felt on like, this
Yeah.
focus, this like, oh my God, what's
Mhm.
going on?
And then there was even
know.
rivalries like USA versus Japan.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
big
Japanese would come.
rivalry.
Yep. I used to love that. The Japan storm that would
That's
come
fair.
over.
And that does help
It's like
so
I was
much.
on that team.
Yeah.
USA versus
Japan, yeah.
Yeah.
Japan,
Mm-hmm.
and it felt
It felt
really good.
Yeah, you
it
could
was
feel
like
it.
I'm part of this, and there was a lot of. There was never any beef, but it was a rivalry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Difference.
this, like the Civil War,
Yeah.
crew battle, which was
Yeah.
awesome.
And it was really fun. Like this game, whenever there's beef or whenever there's like a rivalry kind of thing, it just seems really, really fake.
Yeah.
It just doesn't
Nah.
seem like
Nah, I got real beef with your brother.
got real.
you got,
Nah, that's
who?
real beef.
Like
You got real beef with who?
Jeb.
Jeb? Okay.
Yeah, all right. So Jeb said that commentators can't be good. So my goal,
Oh, I didn't know that.
my goal
I didn't know
is
that.
to beat him.
He did
I don't
say
care if I go 1-2 in tournament. I can win winners round 1 and lose the rest of it. I don't even care.
I'll say right now,
As
I
long
would
as that
love, I
one
would
is
love
on
to see a
Jeb.
commentators versus the I mean, we would get washed, guys. Let's just put it out there. But
Yeah, but
I would, but I would love it though because it would be, nobody would be expecting much from us. So I would be like, okay, like
yeah, like
that's something you can feel.
we watch people play. We know
Yeah.
what to look
We
for.
just got to get TK,
Can we execute
TK and
it?
EE
Yeah, I mean,
over
some
here
of us get
for,
to fight
finish
one
it
top
out.
player in round 2 winner side, and then we don't get to do it again.
And no
Yeah.
skills, no skills in commentators
The
versus
stream
region.
runners
Let's go.
versus the stream runners.
yeah, exactly.
They're like, this is not like my computer, dog. What is happening?
How do I turn off OBS?
But yeah, nah, I'm coming. The fact that you say your brother could be on a PGR, that just makes it more difficult. But I'm gonna beat him. I don't care.
All
He's
right.
It's
got
gonna
the
happen.
right fundamentals to be.
He does.
Mm.
He
He's got
does.
the right
It's-
fundamentals. He needs to fix his mental state, and he needs to fix
sure.
his training regimen.
Mm.
But
okay.
no, I want
coming for
MD
him.
versus VA.
I do
would-
too.
I would love to
the
see that.
last one that
I would
happened
love to
was
see
not
that.
MD.
It was
versus
not
VA.
MD versus VA.
It was
yeah.
not.
WaDi
Who was
not
it?
There.
I wasn't there.
Oh.
And there's a lot of little
I-
a lot of little talk around it
It's
too.
still
Like
kinda
people
close.
talk
Okay.
about
Still
it,
kinda
right?
close,
Give me-
even though
There's
we
like
didn't
little
have WaDi,
chatter
by the
like,
way.
oh, we should do MDVA, versus VA, but I would love to see that too.
Cut me some credit. This is my first this is my first time in the competitive / tournament scene. So like when we had the MD versus VA, I wasn't really like a part of Smash in the community. Like I was like, all right, I want to play Smash
That's
competitively,
exciting,
but now that I'm like in it, man, and I want to play MD. So they talk so much trash, bruh.
And there needs to be coverage around it
thing,
too.
Like
Like it needs
to
be
be PR'd
it needs to be bigger than just like it needs to be
I
bigger
don't
than just
care.
side talk too.
I
Right?
don't care.
You'll be there. I
Like,
mean,
it
if you're
needs
there
to
in the
be, like,
crowd,
at
it
a-
gets like
It needs to
hype.
be at Glitch or something.
Right. Yeah, it's got to be at,
Honestly, it
at a
has
big
to be
event like
Glitch.
that.
If we see it, and we cannot have stacked Yoshis. That's all I'm saying. If we get a bunch of Yoshis again, I'm gonna slap someone.
Yeah, 'cause
I'm
you
gonna
had
pick up
Yoshis on
Yoshi
both
just to
sides.
play during
Like
that.
literally, poor Coney was just like, "Look, their Yoshi is terrible," and then Yoshi comes up for MD, and he's like, "Oh, look at this character, it's good."
Yeah, no. The thing with MD, they talk a lot of trash, but one, it's never about me, but they're like, but they make it just seem like I'm the only one who's good in VA.
Yeah.
Well, have you
That's
talked to
just
Seagull
not true.
Joe?
Yeah, there's a lot of good players.
Have you
out
talked to
here.
Seagull? Because I wholeheartedly think in his heart of hearts that is what he believes
Oh, he
in
truly
life.
believes
Who's that?
He truly believes.
Seagull
it.
thinks
Joe,
that-
just like because
Because anytime he gets beat by
Well,
Matador, he's like,
I know. Yeah, we saw
"That's
him
not real,
yesterday,
that's
man.
not real."
Nah,
We saw him yesterday, kind of explaining that
So-
or doing that. Yeah.
the first time I went to Xanadu, I get there and Seagull Joe's like, "Yeah, the cave is free," and I'm like, "Bro, what are you talking about?"
I've heard people say that more about
Xanadu. I have too.
yeah.
I'm like, bro,
Of course,
what
that's
are you talking
from
about?
people in Virginia, but
Right?
Well, that's also from good players.
From my
yeah, true,
experience,
true.
from my experience, Xanadu is way easier until winners finals.
Jesus.
Sometimes, if you're lucky, winners semis.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
The
If they're
cave is
lucky.
usually gets difficult around, like winners quarters,
Yeah.
winners quarters, like a respectable match.
Right.
Yeah.
At Xanadu, I'm playing against like I don't know, like Fudge Water, like quarters, like some
okay.
random
Yeah.
name.
Right.
Fudge water.
Fudge
This
Water.
is-
There's
I don't
gotta be
want-
I
somebody
don't know. Yeah,
Fudge
there's
Water.
someone Fudge Water.
There's
Yeah,
definitely someone
probably.
If there's not someone named Fudge Water, they're gonna watch
They're gonna be
this
Fudge
and they're gonna
Water.
be like, "All right, cool. That's
Yeah,
my
that's all
tag
you
for this
guys.
My
year.
new tag.
My tag for this year is Fudge Water."
Nice
be
guy.
It's like, are you related to Firewater?
I will
Nah,
be
bro.
entering his Fudgewater today.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like Xanadu really easy until like the later match because they're MD's super top heavy, super top heavy.
Yeah, for sure.
The
Absolutely.
mid level strength comes from VA, not MD. MD doesn't really have a strong mid level.
Strong mid. Yeah.
They have a strong high level, but there's only like 4 of them.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Maybe
I don't know. If you
top,
look at the
weak in
PR, it
mid.
feels like it's
Four or
all
five.
of them.
Maybe 4 or
And
5.
like, VA, we got me, we got Rags, Matador,
When-
Pape.
When
Yeah.
Rax comes out. Yo, I want to see.
Jeb.
Iota.
Jeb,
Iota.
I want to see MD go up against Shimmer. I don't think
Yo,
any
we
of them
got
could.
Jivo.
I don't
No,
think.
Mason-
We
we
got
got Mason versus
Tengu.
Jivo. Mason versus
Yeah,
Jivo.
Tengu.
I was about to say, I don't think any of the MD guys could beat,
They couldn't.
like,
They
because his Ken is, oh my god.
dirty.
Yeah, it's clean.
because we've seen some good indie players come down to the cave in recent memory, like Desai, Seagull, or
Yeah, somebody's-
Dingus Joe.
Does I get what? What
Desai got like
Somebody
third,
was mentioning
third.
too that the cave pulls from more places too. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
loves Xanadu, but it's kind of out, in that little
Yeah.
park area. There's,
Yeah.
you see a lot of people.
It's a weird area, but people just be like, "Oh, the cave." And I'm not gonna lie, my favorite thing now is people coming up and they're like, "Oh, you're that commentator."
yeah.
I sat down with Yuri,
Yeah.
who got 9th, and he was like, "You're that commentator."
Yeah,
and
that's
I was like,
cool.
"Yeah,
Yeah.
that feels good." I'm about to get washed, but like that feels good.
Oh, it's nice to be recognized.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's
Um,
awesome.
All right, guys, we are getting close to the end of our time here.
Yeah. Before we go, where do you think you're gonna place on the PGR this season?
I'm hoping in the teens. I
The
think
teens.
Okay.
I'm thinking going to be around 18 to 20.
Okay.
I would say.
So just underneath 20.
Yeah,
Okay.
not
good.
bad.
Nice.
Good to know.
Very nice.
All right.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll look out for that.
All right.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
guys.
Remember-
This was a great podcast, WaDi. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much for
so
coming
much.
on, bro.
Thanks for
Really
coming.
appreciate
And
you.
remember, this
Had
man
fun.
is a
Had
free
fun.
agent.
Glad you
Yeah,
had
dude.
fun.
You're welcome back
If
anytime.
you are
for
interested,
Sure.
this man is a free agent. Sign him up.
Yeah, it's time to hit my DMs are open.
So we're us.
Hashtag
Open
gaming.
DMs.
Yeah, we're all
Sponsor,
free agents here, but yeah.
Hashtag gaming sponsor. Just saying, bro.
Yeah.
Just
Oh yeah,
saying.
sponsor hashtag. It's awesome.
Let's go.
Sponsor it all.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
I am X.
I'm Nerf.
I'm King Fuyoshi.
WaDi here.
All right,
All
take
right.
care, guys.
Thanks, guys. We will see you next time on season 2 of the Best of 5 podcast.
All right,
gang.
see you guys.